not getting yelled at for 30 minutes. Congratulations on your upgrade. Alabama sucks.
Being abused for 30 minutes. I know. We're terrible. We
Who
shouldn't even
won?
be ranked.
Tennessee won. Tennessee beat Alabama. Alabama got an NBA player and still lost.
G League.
He played NBA minutes, and every minute that he plays in the NCAA is not legal. And every minute he plays in the game will be not legal for Alabama, and that game will not count.
Oh,
So
we
you're about
suck. So it doesn't matter anyway if he does anything or not.
Game. Look, big game. Timothy's here. Good. Hey, Timmy, you can roast Alabama real quick.
Look, the Mormons lost.
It was a really good game. Like, there was an outstanding game between Arizona and BYU. Oh, here he comes with.
The NBA player gets straight by a freshman.
Also, half of our roster was injured, and we are like one of the worst teams in basketball. What's your point?
You had an NBA player on your team.
Doesn't matter because we still suck. You're not gonna get me to rage out because I don't care. We're buns. I been knew that.
Straight.
In other news, also last week, Auburn got their first win in Gainesville in 30 years. 30.
With John Summerall in the crowd.
With John Summerall, and John Summerall got a commit from a defensive end while he was there, so it was kind of cool.
He about knocked him over as well.
I know. I love John. John's one of my.
I miss John. I miss John at Troy, bro.
John Summerall's
Come
awesome.
home, John. The kids miss you. The kids miss you, John.
Another really good game.
Wreck
A
'em.
couple games, yeah. Tech. Over this weekend on Saturday, we had three freshmen score 40.
There was like 8 or 9 freshmen drop over 25 too. That's even crazier.
Yeah, we had 3 freshmen score 40, including Kingston Flemings of Houston, even though they lost by 4. Kingston Flemings scored 42.
Excuse me.
With 6 assists and 2 rebounds. The other 2.
I know who this guy's picking for the Super Bowl because look at the colors he's wearing.
Ours is cold.
It is cold. It's very true.
It is very cold. This is why I'm wearing a hoodie right now.
Another freshman, Keaton Wagler, Illinois, 46 points while shooting 9 for 11 from 3. That's a really explosive stat line. He's trying not to laugh.
He munching.
And then the other freshman that scored 40 was, of course, Dabonsa. Dabonsa for BYU, really, really good player. 43, I think. Yeah, 43 points for AJ Dabonsa. But he shot 24 field goals. Holy crap. What's crazy is Oklahoma City their Thunder could end up with Dabonsa on their team, which would not be fun for everybody else. But and then yesterday, Monday the 26th, Arizona and BYU played. Outstanding game. And then the other game, not so much.
The Mormons lost.
The other game, not so much. Duke and Louisville, Duke smacked them 83-52.
Yep.
Duke's really good. Cam Bouger, really good. But Arizona and BYU. See, Arizona 86-83. There was actually a game-sealing block at the end of the game by Braden Burries, sorry. Braden Burries had 29 points. Jaden Bradley had 26 points for the Wildcats, who are still undefeated, by the way. They're now 21-0.
That's crazy.
Speaking of undefeated teams, tonight at 6 p.m., Unfortunately, it's on freaking Peacock and not on actual TV, which is dumb. Nebraska 20-0.
No,
Nebraska ball. Yeah. Plays
Nebraska.
at Michigan. The number
At
5 the
Michigan.
number 5 team in the country is playing at the number 3 team in the country. One of the 3 remaining undefeated teams left. Nebraska ball. Fun fact. Nebraska has never won a March Madness game in their school's history. Ever.
basketball.
Cornhuskers.
Hey, all right, there we go. Daniel, sick. Guess what? You came just in time because I'm going to talk about the game tonight.
Oh, are we already recording?
Yes, I'm live, but you're good. You're chilling.
Yup.
Don't worry.
Okay. Hey, listen, I'm just grabbing a cup of coffee, and listen, I'd love to talk about my game, but there are more that we got to talk about, aka the basketball condition in the state of Alabama. So let's do it.
Oh, you talking about how Bama's bad and
We suck.
Auburn beat
We
Florida?
suck.
Look, I don't know what's worse, Auburn being this mid, or Alabama bringing back Charles Bediako and then still losing to Tennessee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, real. You're right. Auburn is mid. You're correct, but we beat Florida for the first time
You did.
in Gainesville in 30 years.
Yeah, you did.
I'll take it.
That blows the SEC wide open, and that's crazy to say because you'd think that a team that was able to bring back a prominent G leaguer would already start winning, but no, apparently these guys are just scrubs.
Timmy's getting beat up. Yeah, I don't
You
know
are a
what's up.
child.
I don't
That's
know
the
what
other way around.
I don't know what's up with
You're
Bama.
supposed to feed a child, not get beat by a child. That's not how that works.
What?
I, I like how this guy instantly hopped on the bandwagon of Texas Tech. I mean, pretty
Oh,
convenient.
that's been a thing. That's
Pretty
been a thing.
convenient when you go back door against the NCAA and then still lose the first game that you do it.
By the way, Baylor still hasn't won a game when they brought theirs back too. So,
Well, the only game that they won so far was against Oklahoma State, so I feel for Reagan.
oh no, no. Oh man, that actually sucks. OK State's not terrible this year. They're
I,
like they're okay, but they're not like great. They got talent, that's for sure.
I've seen enough put Troy in the NCAA tournament.
Right now we are because we're first place in the Sun Belt by 2 games.
Heck yeah. Frick
better than
everyone.
better than the Crimson Tide, you know what I mean?
That's not hard to do. That's really not hard to do.
Nate Oates'
We're so
philosophy.
bull.
Nate Oates' philosophy just does not work. Let's throw up as many threes as possible and then get the rebound. That's literally how he plays offense.
Well, I mean, it's a live and die by the sword kind of offense. I mean, all they do is chuck threes. So,
And then if they don't get the rebound or don't make them, they get smoked.
well, yeah,
And then they don't
and
adjust. They don't adjust either. They just keep shooting.
and again, you think Bediako could do something there, but I mean, it's just wild to me. I still can't wrap my head around it. That's why I talk about it so much.
Yes.
Yeah, we suck. I'm not getting my hopes up about anything. It's okay. At least there's one
Imagine
team that
getting
wears
cooked
red
by
that can do
freshmen
something.
who are struggling.
Yeah, you did get cooked by
2.
Nate Ahmed. There is that.
Yeah, you got cooked by skin
How
and
many
and
Final
bone.
Fours does Tennessee have?
How many did y'all have before 2023?
The same
We still
number.
have more than Tennessee. So, I mean, doesn't matter if we lost more Final Four appearances, even though we suck. So,
We have as many Final Four wins as y'all do.
Timmy.
You do. He does have as many. Y'all do have as many Final Four wins. Auburn does too, but we've made it twice. We got hosed in one of them, and last year we just ran into Walter Clayton Jr. So that's just what happens.
Did
Well,
y'all play in the national championship game a few years ago
No, we should have.
against Virginia?
That wasn't the Natty. That was the Final Four game. So we got just
Oh.
like
That was a
the
semifinal
ref
game.
screws up. Billy, Dodger.
We got another one.
Walter Clayton Jr. I'm going to mention that. What are you going to say about that? Who you got to say about Walter? He's the Gators
I don't
fan.
know.
This is our local Gators fan.
What's up?
Y'all got a dog in John Summerall.
Thank you. I know.
It's a little Florida fan. How'd you enjoy
So,
Saturday?
what happened Saturday?
This
I don't remember.
this happened Saturday in the swamp. We
The
lost.
classic case of denial among Florida fans. I remember this happening when Meyer was your head coach, so it's nothing new for
Honestly, forgot what happened Saturday.
Did you not watch the game?
No.
Okay, Auburn beat Florida in Gainesville
Oh, yeah, that
in the
game.
swamp.
That game. Yeah, Anthony Donaldson.
Y'all,
I don't remember that.
you no longer have a Walter Clayton Jr. to save you,
No, but I have a Thomas Howell and a Ruben Shinju to save me now.
and neither one of them could.
So, neither one of them could against Auburn. But, hey, that was your first time.
we
That
held
sounds. That,
we held
that was our first
Condon.
time winning
We
there in
held
30
Condon.
years.
Yeah, yes, it was 30 years, just ridiculous. But hey, we did it.
Yeah.
We held Alex
Yeah,
As
Condon
long as I
one
to
watch
point.
1 point.
I don't care.
One.
Yeah.
I Howard had a decent amount. Shinley got into foul trouble early, which is why we were able to beat y'all as much as we did.
Yep.
And I knew that's how I knew like immediately. Like I told her Ford fans because they asked me how good is Auburn, and I said, not very, but they can play scrappy defense, and on offense, we love to drive to the basket and force you to make a foul and make a play. And if you aren't disciplined in the paint, you will get into foul trouble, and it will not be fun for you.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, it was a crappy game by
Honestly,
Florida.
the fact,
Team
yeah, I was
to
just say we beat a team that was built like the other teams that killed us.
Yeah, but I still think Florida will push deep in March and be good.
I hope so. That'll make us look
All
better.
right, guys.
One of the teams that killed
Yep,
us was Michigan.
that's true.
perfect timing actually to talk about my Wolverines
I was just say,
Elite
at Rocket.
hat, by the way. Elite hat, by the way.
yeah,
Yes,
Michigan
sir.
You know it.
absolutely cooked
I gotta
us.
go. I'll
And
talk to y'all later.
see,
Bye.
and then to say Michigan absolutely smoked us, but we beat a team like Florida who's built like Michigan. It's just they can't shoot. But tonight, Tuesday night, unfortunately, it's on Peacock for some reason and not on actual TV. I'd love it to be on actual TV. This game's gonna be pretty good. Nebraska, one of the only undefeated teams left in the country, has to go to Ann Arbor to play at Michigan.
Really,
And
it's on Peacock. Oh, that's highly unfortunate.
yes, it is. It's very unfortunate. I would love for them to put it on like Fox.
Technically, I could watch it,
I wish
but
they would put it on like Fox or NBC and like the main channel and not like this. But
I put Michigan Ohio State basketball on Fox. Okay.
yeah, they could
Yeah,
they could easily.
if they were able to do that, it's still wild to me just seeing that on Peacock. Goodness.
But this is easily probably second best game of the week, and the best game of the week features Michigan again. But easily Nebraska's 20-0. This is 100% their toughest test so far because playing on the road at Michigan not fun. But
I mean, we don't necessarily have the best home court advantage, but I mean, the Maze Rage will do their part. I know that. Um, it's just gonna come down to simply put, uh, Michigan being able to react properly on defense because the one time that we saw them not be able to do that, they paid the price for it via a whole barrage of threes by Wisconsin,
Wisconsin,
especially by their stretch bigs. And Nebraska does have a chance to win this game. And look, I'm a Michigan man, Michigan fan through and through. I can acknowledge Nebraska has a very realistic chance of beating us in our own court because they have that floor stretching ability through Mast. And if we don't properly cover him, it'll be a long night for us.
yeah, most of their players shoot really well.
I think there's
Like
one of their
Samford.
guys that is
Samford shoots
yeah, Price.
42%
Yeah,
from
he's a
three.
beast. Price Sanford's a beast. Mast is a beast. The coach's son Hoiberg, that dude's a baller. There is one guy on the team right now who is a game time decision. I sure hope he doesn't play, but I also kind of do hope he plays. Well, I'm being honest. Braden Frager, that
Oh,
dude, he's only a freshman. That guy is going nuts this year. He's
yeah.
shooting. What is this? I've got his personal stats right here on my mobile device here. He's shooting almost 54% from the floor
Yep.
overall, a tad above 37% from three, and he is an 80% plus shooter at the free throw line. This guy as a freshman is actually ridiculous.
I'd say Nebraska ball. If they're gonna win a March Madness game, it'll be this season, and they have never won one before, ever.
If it doesn't happen this season, it's not happening
It's a
ever.
curse. If they,
Let's just
if they don't win this year, it's a curse. There's no way.
yeah, and we can already consider them a lock for March at this point. So
Oh
like
yeah,
you
if they
know,
have a win over Illinois, over Michigan State. I mean, those are two of the Big Ten's best teams.
Watch them go undefeated, 34-0 going into the March Madness and just lose to a 16 seed.
That would be
I I,
I
that
can
I
would
see
would
it
be
hate I
now.
would hate that for them.
USU beats Nebraska 68-70.
I would hate that for them. You know, with Nebraska's upcoming schedule, this current stretch is rough. So they play tonight in Ann
oh
Arbor,
well they got
and
Illinois
then
at
on
home though.
yeah, they bring Illinois into their barn. But to me, Illinois has been playing a whole lot better lately compared to when they hosted Nebraska. So I think that game's a toss up again.
They're good.
They
Illinois
go
is
to
really good.
Rutgers. You never know at the rack. You never know. Rutgers is garbage, but you never know. And then they host Purdue at home. That's a huge advantage.
That's
Because
a very
Purdue,
winnable game.
yeah, it's a winnable game, and it's crazy to say that because Purdue, for whatever reason, just doesn't look all that
No,
good
they're
in
not.
their home court this year, which
They're
is
not good at
very,
all.
very weird. They're yeah, they don't ooze that, how do I say it, that like national championship kind of feel that they were projected to have at the start of this season. I mean, they're still a solid team, don't get me wrong, but I I've seen the holes, and I think Nebraska wins that game. But
Yeah.
after that game against Purdue, Nebraska finishes their season by hosting Northwestern, going
That's
to
very
Iowa.
winnable.
That'll
They
be a
lose
tough
that one, I'll
game.
be.
Hosting Penn State should be a dub. Hosting garbage ass Maryland should be a
Maryland's
W. And then
Maryland's
they got to
awful.
go to USC. They got to go to USC. I mean, look, USC is one of the most bipolar teams I've
Yeah.
seen this year.
They play okay.
How
The game USC and Troy played was the most ridiculous
banger,
game I have ever seen.
banger,
It was so
banger.
stupid.
Banger.
I wish
I
Troy would
was
have
I
won
was
it. It
I
would have
was
been
I was rooting
crazy.
for you guys. I was rooting for you guys through
If
and
we
through
needed
to
one,
win that
but
game.
that game it
We
was
were
so
all
It was
sitting
that
dumb.
here
close.
watching
Yeah, we did. We all watched it. Like we all watched it together in the server for a little bit. It was stupid. The ending was
It was
retarded.
insane. It was actually insane. But
One of the nuttiest games of the year, honestly, and there have been a bunch already.
Troy's played.
I
So,
think Troy can go back to
Troy
back
has
in the Sun
played
Belt this year.
4 or 5 double overtime games this season already. Out
but
And we've
of
yeah,
won what,
go.
like three of them at least?
Yeah, we've won 3. The only one we lost was USC.
So you guys are on a good path to make it back to the tournament, which I'd love to see y'all back. You know,
We're 7-1 in conference, so
If
we
we
keep on.
play like we did against San Diego State in the tournament, I think
Eight
we'll
and
be
one.
okay.
Actually, we're
If
eight and
we
one in conference and 15-6 overall.
very solid, very very solid. I hope y'all keep it up. But going back to Nebraska, I mean, they go through the stretch. Really, the only games that I'm concerned for Nebraska are when they go to Iowa and then to USC.
Yeah, rivalry game in
Again,
Iowa.
USC is a wild card because, like, on one hand, they can just go absolutely nuts from the floor, regardless of how good or bad their defense is, and then you have a stinker like what they had at home versus Northwestern. How do you lose that game? I don't know. They're just keeping it a
I don't
stack.
know,
How do you
man.
lose to Northwestern at home?
And then on the other
Basketball.
end, yeah, basketball. That's true. On the other end of
Yeah, I
the
guess.
court, Michigan, they looked like one of the best teams in the entire country through the first week of January. And then after that first week in January, some teams started to figure out a way to get in their head, to counter them, to make games close. They haven't looked great since that dominating win over USC. They have won all but one game, which was Wisconsin, but they've had to find ways to claw into a lead. They haven't been able to stretch out the game, stretch out the lead as much as they used to. A lot of teams have figured out, well, if we attack them here, they're not as good. They're suspect to like foul trouble, definitely. And then I mean, it's a lot of things for Michigan. This game will be very important for them to prove that, oh, we're still that dominating team that you watched at the beginning of the year.
There are
You,
still elements to the team that has that ability to take over and dominate the game that hasn't gone away. Again, like you said, teams have been able to figure out our so-called soft spots, and every team has them. I mean, seemingly Arizona is the one with the least, I guess, but teams have figured out ours. I'm not surprised by that because just somewhere within all of those games, I'm like, this is great and all. I just see where things could be exploited and used against us. And let me just see. I'm just looking at the past schedule. I mean, out of all teams, Penn State was the first one to really kind of expose it. Although that was a weird game, just because I think the refs were just terrible in that game with all the calls that they made. It may be a biased, unbiased take. I'm just keeping it a stack from what I saw. Wisconsin, that at the end of the game, that was probably one of the wildest calls I've seen. But either way, we got ourselves into that hole because I don't know why. It's just like our defense is so reliant on like being dominant in the paint that we just kind of forget that teams might have bigs that can stretch the floor,
and shoot.
and that's how Wisconsin beat us. From there, we've gotten back on track. The since the loss to Wisconsin, we've beaten every single team we faced by double digits, albeit not impressive double digit wins, but still back to kind of what we are not necessarily accustomed to, but what we kind of want to see. I think that stretch early in the season kind of like it spoiled some of the other games for us as Michigan fans because I've looked at, for example, like Oregon. Oregon is buns. They have a losing record right now. They're 8-12. Lord have mercy on my soul.
They're bad.
Um,
They're not good.
and we only beat them by 10. Yeah, it was on the road. It was in Eugene. It's always a tough place to play there, but I I ultimately yeah. Well,
He
I
said
mean,
only by 10. Only by 10. Okay.
yes, only by 10. Only by 10.
Auburn,
8-12
Auburn,
Oregon on the
Auburn
road, only
beat
by 10.
Auburn beat Oregon by 24. If you want another thing,
Did you guys? Let me see.
we beat them by 11. It was 84-73. It was we had a big
Yeah, that
lead.
was in
We
that
had a
was in
big lead.
Vegas.
That was Oregon's first loss of the year, but we had a big lead on them. We kind of just blew it because that's what we've been doing all season. But uh,
I don't understand Oregon's troubles. I
I
mean, I
don't
understand
know.
they've been dealing with some injuries, but for the most part, they're a talented team. I don't know what's going on there. But back to the Michigan side of things. Again, we gotten kind of back on track, but Nebraska ball. The true definition of Nebraska ball is
Stretch.
how do I say it? Very disciplined.
Losing in March Madness.
Calm down. They are a very very disciplined basketball team. They don't
And
make
they should
a
do
whole
chucking
lot
a
of
three.
mistakes.
And they shoot threes
They don't
too.
make a whole lot of mistakes, and they have the ability to play the game in a modern way because of Hoiberg and how he built the team. So main thing when it comes to this game later tonight, which I will be for sure watching one way or another. If some foreigner throws up an illegal stream on YouTube, I'm there. But you know the vibes.
Real.
But main thing that I'm looking for from my team when we play Nebraska, you can't put all of your defenders near the paint. listen, as good as Nebraska is, they understand that their success rate in the paint against us is not going to be good. So instead of just simply committing to the bit of defending the paint, you can just have a Daimara there. I think you'll be just fine. You can have Morris Johnson maybe sink in, provide a little bit of help. Everybody can kind of chip in. But for the most part, guard the damn perimeter.
You need to.
You can't need to, absolutely need to, because everybody on the floor for Nebraska can shoot from the perimeter, and
They're
especially if
going.
Frager is clear to play today, that will be especially be the case.
They're going to play stretch ball. They're going to make you come out, and then when you come out, they'll set those little pick and roll screens and kick it into the paint, and that's going to kill you if you don't know how to guard them.
I need to
That's
say something concerning Nebraska. I just I thought I'd be rooting for Nebraska, but the more I think about it, I want Michigan to win because for some reason people think that Jordy Ball is better than Carlin Pickens, and that is not true.
Interesting.
And also
Interesting.
Nebraska canceled that home and home against us, so screw them
let's bring
Why
two.
did they cancel it, by the way?
We're going to bring two more sports
because they're
into
A
it.
crybabies.
loss.
Highly unfortunate.
They're scared.
Is it for football, I assume?
Yeah, it was football coming home. I don't remember when it
Figured.
was,
Figured.
but it was Tennessee and Nebraska. That would have been cool.
20,
Now that
26 and 27.
yeah, now you got Georgia
Well,
Tech.
listen, I don't blame them. Patrick Mahomes wannabe Dylan Raiola transferred to Oregon. Like, they don't have a chance.
Well, that and the protected opponents, you had to delete someone somewhere. So, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
it just went crazy. It's the whole
They,
thing. But
they were already playing a 9-game conference schedule.
yeah, no, it's SEC it changed. But Michigan's road does not get any easier, specifically this week,
Nope.
because they
Nope.
get to
Eh.
travel right down the road to East Lansing and play at Michigan State on Friday night, which is
East Landfill.
easily the best game this week, other than Arizona and BYU last night.
Yeah, East Landfill is what I call that place. Unbiased, by the way. Don't take it at full value. But let me talk about this game because every single
Such a good
year
game.
it's always a game that is looked forward to by the entire state, of course. Um, and man, every single year it's the tail, isn't it? Izzo's teams just gradually get better and better and better. And a lot of people were wrong about this Michigan State team,
Oh,
and it may
MSU
not
is
surprise you, but
good.
I was wrong about them. I understand where that could come into play, but I just didn't see a whole lot with the state team. But
Oh,
they figured out a way to gel and just make things work in a great way. I mean, their last game, listen, I understand it's Maryland at home. Maryland is complete trash. But remember, this Maryland team put up almost 90 points on my Michigan Wolverines in College Park, admittedly. Games on the road versus games at home are completely different.
they held
But
them to
Michigan State beat
40.
the Smothereens out of Maryland 91 to 48 this past
They held them to
Saturday.
48.
91 to 48. You know how absurd that is? I don't care that it's Maryland. That's a Big Ten opponent that you did that to. That is
Yeah.
It's like
outrageous.
NBA
Let's go. Go
2K
ahead. Let's go,
rookie
SB.
mode numbers.
Go,
Gillespie is a baller. I can't lie. But they've
Dude,
also
he
been on a
cooked
mean
us
stretch
my
too.
senior
Ever
year of high
since
school.
losing that nail biter um at
Nebraska.
Nebraska, they absolutely demolished USC at home. They figured out a way to beat Northwestern, which is a team that usually finds a way to beat Michigan State.
Yes.
Northwestern is usually the Achilles heel of Michigan State. They found a way to beat them this time around. They handled Indiana pretty easily,
Killed
and they
Indiana.
handled Washington pretty
Killed
easily,
UW.
and
Killed
they
Oregon.
and they absolutely they did this to Oregon. Boxed them up. Only let them score 52 points. And so before facing us, they are going to go on the road tonight as well. They play tonight as well, and they start an hour before, I believe,
Right.
unless I'm
Rutgers.
tripping there. But I
5:30.
think they
Yours is at
no
6.
hour
The
Yeah,
third
so
thirty
half
minutes.
hour. They start half hour before us. They are on the road. They play in the rack at Rutgers. Again, I said you never know. Even when Rutgers is garbage, playing at the rack is just not easy. So we'll see how that goes for them. But I do expect them to win that game and to go into this matchup against us as a 19-2 team with a very really realistic chance of taking first place in the Big Ten. They could very well do that. I can't see it happening. I'm not too confident about our chances in East Lansing. It's just a different atmosphere, man.
MSU's 2 losses are 6 point loss to Duke and a 2 point loss to Nebraska. They have wins over Arkansas by 3, Kentucky 83 to 66, and North Carolina 74 to 58.
Yeah.
The
No,
only
they
MS
have
good
showed
win
out.
there was Arkansas.
I mean, that's early in the year though. Now you can't really tell how the team's going to be until then. But I mean, they got this game against Michigan, and then February they got Illinois at home. They got Purdue on the road. Well, and then games in March, of course, they got to go back to Michigan, but they avoid playing Illinois twice, and they avoid playing Purdue twice. So the only team they really have to play twice at the top. They also don't play Nebraska again. Yeah, the only team they got to play twice at the top of Big Ten is Michigan. That's it.
Yep. It's the last game of the season for I think both teams
Yep.
where it's going to be in Ann Arbor that time around. So it's a bit of a long stretch in between those games. But I mean,
Cohen
again,
Carr.
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm hopeful that my Wolverines can get the W in East Lansing, but
Cohen Carr
it's
is the
gonna be tough.
definition of a rim rattler. Cohen Carr
Skywalker.
can literally bring the house down. He has done it multiple times where he will slam it so hard on a dunk that the mic on the TV will go out because of the mic that they have on the
Skywalker.
backboard. He's stupid. It's
I mean, I don't want to throw out any disses or anything to because I don't want to really try and do that, but I'm gonna be honest. Cohen Carr, all he does is dunk. I
yeah,
really
but
don't see
it's
much else
a
from him.
highlight reel. It's still cool. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, no, he is fun to watch. Don't get me wrong.
Jeremy
But
Fierce, yeah, Fierce is the one
listen,
you want to watch. Fierce Jr.
yeah,
is a
that's their floor
problem.
general, man. He is a big problem, and he is he's improved as the season has gone on. Like his shooting percentages are still not where everyone would think they should be at, but they're steadily going up. He's now at 45% from the floor, which is meh. He's shooting under 30% from three, though. That's still a concern. He's a great free throw shooter, though, almost 90%. So that's really where his value is,
His
besides
value is in
being the
assists.
the floor general and the one setting everybody up. I think, but also again, you want to talk about fears and Nebraska and Michigan State, in my honest opinion, you know what? You know what I feel like? I feel like they're mirror images of each other because the composition of the teams are the same except for Cohen Carr. Nebraska doesn't have a freakazoid dunking everything, but Michigan State does. Um, Jackson Kohler is Michigan State's mast, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
He stretch big. Every time I watch Michigan State highlights, it feels like he's hitting every single three I see him take, which is pretty accurate. Fellas, he is shooting almost 47% from three.
For a
Holy
big
moly.
for a big boy, that's pretty good. That's
That
That is
is.
insane for a big man. That's wild.
It is. It is. He is a problem. We got to figure out how to guard that dude. And honestly, having Nebraska right before Michigan State, honestly, is actually a really good thing because, like I said, I feel like Nebraska and Michigan State are just about mirror images of each other with how they play. So,
fair.
Blood thinks he's in Assassin's Creed down here. Look at this.
The only other really decent game would be Saturday in Allen Fieldhouse, where Dybonsa and BYU have to go to Kansas.
Mm, that'll
Can
be
How'd
a
you afford to
tough one.
get Emperor Palpatine on the podcast,
I
bro?
have no idea, man.
It's-
Man, I mean, speaking, I was trying to pull up stats of Jeremy Fears while we were at it. My phone decided not to load, but he's got 8.9 assists per game, which is second in the country. I don't know who's first, but that's stupid.
I'd ha I'd have to assume that Braden Smith is first.
That would make sense. But his
Yep.
assists and turnover
How
rate.
serious is his injury?
He's fine. He played. He continued to play after he rolled his ankle, but it's a rolled ankle. That's what it is. His assist to turnover
Yeah,
ratio
give
is
give it about a week.
8.9 assists, 2.2 turnovers per game.
It's pretty good actually, all things considered. I wouldn't say it's elite, but it's good.
That's decent. That's decent. That's probably Brayton. It's definitely
Yeah.
Brayton. But
I
Dybonsa,
think but again
wait, sorry.
oh,
Go
go ahead.
ahead. Continue your
I was just
thought.
gonna say I know we kind of moved on a little bit from Michigan MSU, but I was gonna say I think the one thing that works in our favor is that our defense, from what I've seen, the adjustments that we've made, we have we have figured out a way to get the ball away from the best player of the teams that we have recently faced. For example, Ohio State, we just faced, and Bruce Thornton, you'd think he would have been a big player in that game against us. But if you actually take a look, it was actually John Mobley Jr. that was basically doing all the work. Bruce Thornton Jr. only had 10 points on 27% shooting overall, and that's their guy. Bruce Thornton's their guy. We have figured out a way to get the dominant guard to play a secondary role. And I think that's part of why we were able to beat Ohio State. Because if you limit Bruce Thornton, your chances of beating Ohio State go really up. But if we can find a way to do that against Michigan State with Fears, I know he's not their primary scorer, but this is a guy who has the ball in his hands a whole time.
Yeah,
If we
keep it
can
away
force
from
him
him.
to cough it up, like at least 4 to 5 times in the game that we have against them, I will like our chances of beating them just because, again, they run just about everything through him.
Yep.
So we'll see.
But yeah, Big 12 basketball Saturday 3:30. That would be 15-5 Kansas hosting 17-3 BYU. Darren Peterson will be the one to watch. I don't know if they have a whole week to get him healthy actually because they don't play this week other than BYU, so he'll probably play. But Darren
the
Peterson will
Mormon.
most likely play against BYU, but that's two freshmen go against each other, Pearson and Dabansa. Kansas, ever since losing that game to West Virginia, has an 84-63 win over Iowa State, 80-62 to Baylor, 75-69 at Colorado, and then 86-62 at Kansas State.
Nice.
Yeah, you're funny, buddy.
Hey,
But
they they finally conquered Kansas State in Manhattan. You love to see it. It took them a while.
yo,
It's been a few years at
wait a
least,
minute,
if I remember correctly.
the KSU is so
So that's a
bad.
good omen for them. But yeah, that'll be a highly anticipated game just because of the two freshmen that are in the game, Debonsa and Peterson. Uh, Either of those guys could be the number one overall pick
Yeah, it just
next
depends
Can't
depends
wait
on
to
in
who
the
watch
gets
upcoming
the
it.
summer.
Crimson Tide get smoked by Missouri today.
If y'all lose to Missouri, you have issues.
We probably will because we suck.
Missouri, you say? Hold up, let me see.
We lost to Missouri.
Missouri, I
They're
just saw
14 and
they
6.
they
We are
beat they beat
13.
Oklahoma on a buzzer beating three last time I saw them.
We
Yeah.
also we also lost to Missouri, so that'd be kind of funny if y'all lost too, but it's fine. But Auburn finally figured
We
out how to play
suck.
basketball though. So there's the
Dang, they beat Kentucky. Okay.
yeah.
They were the winner Saturday against the claim Bruce Pearl.
Oh, I forgot we do play Saturday. You're right. Steven played for y'all, and now he's got to coach against you.
What was that? Auburn, Tennessee. Yep.
Mhm.
There we go. Both teams unranked. Highly unfortunate. Um,
Because the voters hate good basketball teams. And they decided to rank Bama.
Listen,
We shouldn't
listen,
be ranked. We
listen,
really shouldn't.
just for playing Bediako alone, I would have unranked them.
Yeah, real. Yeah.
Man, and it's kind
Loyola
of it
Chicago,
kind of
my
funny,
beloved, you guys suck this year.
brother. You cursed them before the season started. Just know that.
I think I did. Yeah, they suck this year so bad.
Yeah, yeah. Just don't start cursing Miami of Ohio and St. Louis now, okay? Stay off.
Leave them
All
be.
right, Miami of Ohio is
Nope.
winning it all. St. Louis is winning it all.
All
Auburn's
right.
winning it all.
You don't even have to say that. We're already cursed. It doesn't matter.
Michigan's winning it all.
You
Who else should I curse?
don't
This
have to
guy.
curse Tennessee. They're not
All
going to make the
right.
Final Four. It's
All
fine.
right. What a bum. Yeah, no
Tennessee.
peanut butter. Yeah, no peanut butter crackers for you,
He's not
buddy.
even
That's
making it to the
outrageous.
tournament. What are
Man,
you talking about?
I did not know this,
I
but Sunday actually has two decent games because Bama plays at Florida on Sunday, which will be a attempt for
we're gonna
Ooh.
a
lose.
bounce back for both teams that need some
We're gonna
because
lose.
and Illinois and Nebraska play on Sunday.
That's gonna be
I did
Ooh.
weird.
not realize that was Sunday.
But
Oh
we're
my
gonna lose to Florida
goodness.
tonight. Gonna lose
For the
to,
second time this
I
season,
mean,
go
Missouri,
Gators.
and then lose to Florida, and then not be ranked as we shouldn't be. Is just the end of season, dude. I can't with Alabama athletics anymore. I just can't.
Keaton Wagler, Illinois, 46-point outing against Purdue while shooting
Maybe our baseball team will be good.
13 for 17. You're not going to be good. You have a good player, and that's it. But Wagler shot 13 for 17 from the field against Purdue. And now they play
Wagner
Nebraska.
just went off, put the game in his own
It
hands.
was,
That was
yeah, it was dumb. It's just
Charging to the moon.
Keaton Wagler was insanity that game. But then they got to play Nebraska. Depending on what happens tonight, they could be playing a ticked off Nebraska in Lincoln. So
Racked up.
you don't want to mess with the big red storm. That they're not fun. That the crowd, Nebraska's crowd, I would give it to them. Their fan base, they're the most loyal in the entire country. They have sold out so many of their football games just to watch them die. But
Highly
and
unfortunate.
they're there for their
Yeah.
basketball team this year, and they're loving it. And they're going to keep coming to home games even if they end up losing the ones. But they don't care. They're there. They're highly enjoying the season they're on right now. And this
they're
game,
the
Abs-
second
absolutely.
best athletic school in Nebraska. Of course, they're going to go and watch Nebraska.
who's first?
Creighton.
Oh, you're going. Yeah.
Not this year. Not this year. But you were talking about Wagler. There was something that recently came out about him. Was it this weekend or like yesterday or something of the sort? I saw a post, and apparently this kid grew up less than an hour away from the University of Kansas. Big Kansas
Oh,
fan, Mr. Basketball of the state, and Bill Self just did not
didn't
go
offer.
after him at all, not one bit.
Bill
Unreal.
Self whiffed. He whiffed big.
I don't.
Wagner.
It's not even a whiff. It's not even a whiff because he didn't even go after him. It's a straight up like I don't even know what to call it.
A
Common
mistake.
Kansas L.
It's a mistake. Yeah, I agree.
It's like
It's a
us not
mistake.
going after Jacoby Gillespie straight out of high school.
Well, Gillespie. Listen, the path that he took to get to Belmont and then Maryland and then to Tennessee. I mean, it worked out
Listen,
for him anyway.
I had to play against Jacoby Gillespie in
My
soccer.
favorite part of
Did
Belmont is
you?
their women's
Yeah,
basketball
but
team.
I
Hmm.
watched. I was the team manager on the basketball team, and he dropped 40 on us in the regional championship in high school. I watched him
Oh
put
Lord.
up 200 yards receiving and had a pick against us in football en route to them beating us 88 to nothing in a conference game in high school. That was all my senior year, bro.
Yeah, that
No,
It
he's
yeah,
on your
that's
team
valid.
now.
traumatized.
He's on your team now, so you're fine.
Yeah, that's valid. There's
Much
a
better.
baller. Wow,
Crowd
that's
not being
quite
traumatized
the
by him no
tale.
more.
This game, yeah,
Did you
Illinois,
say you lost 88-0?
Illinois and Nebraska is gonna be good. Yes, he did say that.
The rematch.
I would like that game.
Yeah.
Just
I didn't
cancel the
realize it was.
season after that.
No,
Well, I mean, it seems like you already canceled it for yourself. It seems like you already got a new team to root for based on your hat choice.
Listen, man. I can only take so
all
much.
right, let's do an
In
updated.
football season, it's
Yeah,
okay. But basketball, no.
let's do a little updated Final Four since we're about halfway through the season. You can pick your four teams that you think will make it based on what has currently resulted. Who do you think will be there? You can start with
Who
Daniel. You can
wants to
go
go
ahead.
first? Oh,
I'll
me?
let you
Sure.
go.
Sure, sure. All right. Well,
Holy frick! Never
that's
mind, he
that's
wasn't
that's
kidding.
wild.
Anyway, yeah, go
My
Man,
ahead.
final four.
All right,
what a
Joshua, you want
ballot
to go first? You want
box.
Daniel to go first?
Rackham. Yeah, I'll go first.
He doesn't know. He
Rackham.
doesn't know ball. Let him go.
Okay. Go Trojans. Let's go. Two picks. Sleeper pick. Troy going all the way. Trust. We got it. Arizona. And honestly, give me Michigan. That's my final four.
I respect
Winning it
that. I
all.
respect that.
Go Trojan, baby. I wish.
A man can dream. A man can
A
indeed
man.
dream.
Indeed.
Hey, I
We
I
got a chance
respect
in
it.
baseball, though, for sure.
Oh, baseball. Yeah, we'll get into that. 'Cause that's on the 13th. So I'll probably do that first week of February. But
We need to do softball too.
we can mention that one. We'll do it in the same episode. It's
All right.
two diamond
Okay.
sports. That's the plan. All right, go for it.
Okay, so my updated Final Four. I remember the one that I made before. Holy whiff. So let's try and run this back real quick. Okay, so yeah, I just don't see Arizona not making it right now. They're on a roll. Listen, the refs low key helped them at the end of that game. I'm not gonna lie, but they're still a great team. I don't know who knocks them off currently. Maybe a Houston knocks them off down the road. Maybe Texas Tech. Maybe Iowa State finds their previous or their earlier form that they had. Maybe, but right now Arizona for me is a lock for the Final Four, which is crazy to
Oh,
say. I know this can be considered biased. I understand it. I'll still have my team making it to the Final Four. The pieces are there. We just gotta figure out how to seal up our weaknesses. But besides that, we're a dangerous team. We just are. Um, the other two teams. Okay, so based on everything that I have seen. I'm pretty confident in saying that Duke will be back. I think Duke is going to be back. They have looked just about unstoppable. I'm just going to check real quick. I don't think they've lost an ACC game yet.
no,
Yep. Oh, Clemson's in second. That's crazy. Okay.
they have not.
So Duke is my third team.
Nebraska's
Who'd
a
be my
one
fourth?
seed right now. Oh,
Well, they have the resume for it, so
Mm.
I'm
that's
not
fair. I know.
surprised.
I'm just looking at the
Um,
seeds right now.
I don't think it's going to be Nebraska. As good as they are, I think it's Sweet 16 or Elite 8 for them. I
Yeah,
just they're a great team. Don't get me wrong. I just think there are a whole bunch of other teams out there, especially ones that are better built for March, both physically and structurally, that
they
could
have they have
that
y'all
could
at a
take them out.
they have y'all at a 2 seed line.
Um, I mean that's just wrong, but it is what it is. We'll get that straightened out this week. Don't worry. Um, I don't feel confident in UConn. I'm sorry.
Mm.
UConn's been getting away with some fluky wins. I'll be honest. Um, so if I were to pick a fourth team here, I do have to pick a fourth team based on everything I've been seeing. It feels so wild that I'm only gonna pick one Big 12 team because it seems like they're the best conference in the country, but Big 10 is right up there, and in my opinion, based on how things have been trending for this team, I'm gonna throw in Michigan State. I'll
Good.
throw them in.
Depends on what
I'll
one
throw in
seed
Michigan State.
they get matched up with.
That is true. It
I
depends, but I like them right now.
I will say Arizona for sure. Your good little sleeper pick. If Tech keeps playing the way they do, with especially with all the big wins they've had recently, BYU, Houston, Duke. They're the Dukes, by the way. That's like one of Duke's only losses. I think it might be their only loss actually. I
It is their only loss.
so I mean,
It is.
If Tech plays that way and not the way they, I mean, and keeps winning games exactly like that, they're 3 seed that can make the Final Four, depending on what bracket they get in. So I'm gonna actually say Texas Tech. So Arizona, Texas Tech. Uh, the I want to say Michigan. If they figure it out, they probably will. But Michigan would probably be like my shakiest pick, other than Arizona, because Arizona sometimes. I mean, Arizona's just weird in March. I don't know why. Every time
Yeah, it gets a little bit
they
weird for
do
them.
so good, and then in March they just like it's just, I don't understand. But yesterday I picked 4 teams, and I said Michigan, Duke, Arizona, Texas Tech, and then I
I'd
said
personally take Michigan State over Texas Tech, but I
the
respect that.
other 2 teams right outside would be MSU and Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois too. I thought about them a little bit. I also thought about Iowa State. I guess just the little dip in form recently is kind of sunk them a little bit. If they figure it out again, they have a real chance. But Illinois is a good shout too.
Yeah. So Andy Katz just did his first bracket or one of the brackets. So of course the 1 seeds are Arizona, Nebraska, Duke, and Connecticut for some reason. And then your 2s are MSU, ISU, Illinois, Michigan.
Uh,
Interesting
sorry, I just don't see
matchups.
UConn. I understand UConn's only loss is to number one team in the country right now, but
Fair
let's
enough.
let's just
I know.
keep it a stack. The
I've
big
looked at this stuff. I've seen it.
the Big East is just not good this year. It's
Interesting.
not good.
Here's your interesting matchups. A&M will play USC. It's an 8 and 9 right now. Virginia gets a 12 seed group of 5 team in Yale,
Mm.
a 12 seed mid major, playing
Yale.
UVA. Tennessee, San Diego State. Villanova and North Carolina State.
Oh, they're still putting North Carolina State into the tournament. Okay, okay.
You as a
Who
10
do the
seed.
Bucks
10
play?
seed. The what?
Who do the Bucks play? The Mighty Bucks of East Tennessee State.
Iowa State.
Oh, that's an easy win. Easiest win of all time.
For Iowa State, that is.
Oh, you're full of crap. You're full of crap. ETSU is gonna drop about 150 on them.
No, I'm telling you, ETSU is going to get wiped by Illinois.
Arkansas is playing
Or
Liberty.
whatever we said.
That's the other 5 and 12 is Arkansas and
No, we want
Liberty.
either of you there.
Auburn and Ohio State. That's a 7-10.
Auburn, Ohio State. Ooh,
That's a
that's a
seven
sneaky good
ten.
game if that happens.
BYU gets Hawaii. Georgia gets Wisconsin as
But
an
they
8.
got our Trojans again.
I'm getting to it. Georgia 8 and 9 seed with Wisconsin. St. John's is a 5 against 12 seed Belmont. Kentucky and St. Mary's is a 7-10. Play-in game for an 11 seed UCLA and Texas, and then
Hmm.
the other one being New Mexico and Missouri.
I think UCLA has a good chance to get out of that
That
bubble.
play-in bubble,
They
yeah,
they
definitely.
they got no, they got a huge win against Purdue recently. They have the pieces. They just got to put it together. And Mick Cronin has got to stop being a whiny little B
Loser.
word, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
St. Louis and Utah State as a 7-10.
Ooh. Okay, that's a banger.
Louisville, Miami, Ohio,
Solid.
6-11. See, Louisville is a 6. Miami, Ohio is the 11.
I actually hate that matchup for Miami of Ohio. but
That's
it's still a fair game.
Bama's a 5 playing Stephen F. Austin, and in that same bracket,
Oh,
Kansas is a 4 playing Troy. So there is that.
we're playing can't. Ooh. E,
You better hope Darren
E,
Peterson continues to have
yeah,
injury problems. That's all
yeah.
I'll
You know, we
say.
got matched up against Kentucky
E.
last season, so why not give us another blue blood? Why not? Whatever, man. Like,
I mean, we
There you go.
held on pretty strong against Kentucky, but we lost.
in the first half, and then eventually it just
You're
talent
Yeah.
difference
the
just
new
hit us.
the
But
new recruiting pitch for
We just
Troy basketball. Hey, come on over. We consistently make March Madness, and when we go up against the Blue Bloods, we get good enough attention. Come over.
and
there
if you commit here, we would go to
you go.
Waffle House after every win.
We're going to Bucky's every time we travel.
And then they go to Bucky's every time they play in Georgia. All right, what
Hey,
does Joe Lenardi get? Because ESPN's the one I like to watch. Arizona at the 1, of course, number 1 overall. Troy playing Vanderbilt.
damn.
The 4 and 13. Troy and Vandy. Last team in being
That
Texas.
would
Villanova and Ohio State. Connecticut the lowest 1 seed. Bama playing FAU. Nebraska at the 2 line. Auburn playing UCLA 7 and 10. That game being in Oklahoma City, and then the 2 seed that Auburn would play against would be Nebraska. What? 5 seed Arkansas gets Yale. Kansas gets North Dakota State. Duke's the other 1. Tennessee as a 6 seed against either New Mexico or Virginia Tech. St. Louis and Miami. Michigan a 1. Their 8 and 9 matchup would be A&M and North Carolina State. UNC plays Miami, Ohio this time. And Timmy, ETSU gets your favorite team in the whole country, Purdue. There we go. He just leaves. He's done. And then
easy win for
Kentucky
Purdue.
gets Wisconsin. But so interesting to watch. A lot of teams have gone up. Auburn went up in the net rankings from like 50 to 38 last week. So the highest net ranking raise of the entire country so far would be Auburn last week after that win in Gainesville. So I mean, we're getting to the interesting part of the year. We're 2 months away, basically 1 month away. We got a full month of February, and then we're in March, and that's it. We're here. It's
Hopefully,
not.
we watch a Texas L
We're not that far.
tomorrow.
We're not that far away from
I do
March.
mine now.
What's up?
I do mine now.
What do you want to do?
So originally I had Texas A&M in the Elite Eight, but I'm going to base mine off of Andy Katz's bracketology. So I have Michigan State losing to Arizona in the Elite Eight. Nebraska losing to Iowa State in the Elite Eight. I have Duke losing to Illinois in the Elite Eight. And I have Kansas beating Michigan.
Kansas.
Kansas ain't
So
beating
Kansas.
us. Let's keep it a stack.
Kansas is sneaky. Kansas is
so
sneaky.
I have
That's fair. But
so I have Illinois, Kansas, and then Iowa State, Arizona is my Final Four.
Big 12 is gross this year. It's not even funny. But
It's
yeah.
I didn't
wide
realize.
open in every sport. Like
Anyway,
I said, football,
basketball.
baseball, basketball,
Yeah.
super monkey ball, you
There's not
name
a
it. I
kid.
do not care.
What even?
It's the
Hey,
same
yep.
situation in every sport.
Basketball this week, the Big Ten basically almost gets decided. This week, the Big Ten takes center stage, and we'll see how those 2 games for Michigan go. And then Nebraska's got Michigan and Illinois this week, so Michigan and Nebraska take center stage of the entire country. Should be fun. Should be fun to watch. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna go to Auburn. I'm gonna go watch Auburn play Texas, and I hope they win
Hopefully, we see a
because
Texas L
I need
tomorrow.
to win because tomorrow's my birthday, and I really hope we win because that would be a
Happy
great
early birthday,
present.
homie.
Because Test.
Taylor birthday.
It's just
Taylor
like-
birthday.
That's all I've got. Good discussions.
Subscribe
Good
to
munch.
Over the Top Wrestling on YouTube.
He's got a new wrestling podcast. You can go check his out.
Please.
We can tag that in here for later. And then, of course,
It's popping off right now, actually. We're on like
course.
107 views as of today.
that's fun to watch. You got to talk ball. Ball is fun. Everyone likes ball. And good games today. Everyone go watch. Watch some hoops. Watching hoops is great.
Tune in.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Only one more month till March.
Yes, sir.
Have a great day,
Almost,
everybody.
we're getting closer and closer.
Closer. Almost there. Everyone loves March. March Madness is the greatest championship setting ever. It's awesome. It's so fun. That's it. And everybody have a great day.